Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno. As Loco London Comedy Film Festival hosts the world premiere of Benny and Jolene.
Oh, we're not...
No, it's not. I mean,
no.
It's not love, is it?
He's like a brother, really. It's like, do you ever look at your brother and go, ooh, no?
Jamie, lovely to meet you this evening. Now, you're the director.
That's right,
of
yeah.
Benny and Jolene. So what was the inspiration for the film?
Well, actually, I watched Le Donkin Scorsese by Shane Meadows, and I knew that they made that in like 5 days. And Shane said that he wanted it to start kind of a revolution where there'd be like these 5-day sort of features that were people should go out and make them rather than spend their money on film school or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, I'll take up the challenge, but I didn't quite know how it was going to come about. And then my wife and I were watching Fresh Meat. And when Charlotte came on the screen, she was like, "You've got to come see this girl. This girl's you're looking for a Diane Keaton, then this is her." And so I trust my wife, you know, and I was like, okay, well, she's great, and I knew that Charlotte was in All Angels and she had a great voice, and so I was like, okay, well, I love music. I want it to be about music. And then I sent Charlotte a short film that I made, and she really liked it. And then she said, let's meet up, and we had a chat, and then it just kind of organically kind of spirals from there, basically.
Charlotte, Benny and Jolene, it must be such an exciting script to be a part of.
Yeah, it is. It was weird when you film something so long ago and then you don't see it for however long, but it's really exciting that people are now able to see it, and I can show my friends and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good, it's exciting.
What attracted you to the screenplay when you first read it?
Well, I didn't read it. It was a story, like just on a sort of A4 piece of paper. There wasn't really a script as such. There was a kind of story arc and characters and things and events that happen within that, but no script. So that kind of was the thing that attracted me to it, was the fact that we could be responsible for the script. And as the filming progressed, it became even more clear that like we were could really mould it as we were going along. So at moments that was terrifying, and also like, what is going to happen? And then it became clear that there's like lots of good stuff going in there. Hopefully people will think that.
We're just friends making music.
Maybe I should learn an instrument. Maybe the harmonica.
That was
It's
impressive.
only a joke. I can't obviously...
I like write a scene by scene, basically. So it's the way that Drake Demores does, like, he did like Crazy. And it's the way he works and the way Joe Swanberg works as well. And it's something that I just have. It's a work in progress kind of situation with this process, and I feel comfortable with the fact that we all know where we're going. We all know what the story is, and we all know who the characters are, and we do a lot of work with character. But when it gets to the actual film, then we just jump off, as it were, basically. And thank God, you know, it's all in the casting, and you just got to make sure you have the right cast, and you'll be okay. You know, you'll get enough stuff.
Is it very much a coming-of-age story, do you think, for you? Or for the character, really?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't really realise what's sort of in front of you, and you have all these sort of ideals about what you think you ought to feel, and then actually how you do feel is quite a different thing, and it's quite amazing to realise that over the course of a film. But yeah, actually that's not unusual. Sorry, people discover all sorts of, that's kind of what films are about, is discovering things. But yeah, so I guess it is for the character. She grows up a lot. I mean, she goes very mature and then becomes more grown up.
You guys are going to a festival in Wales. You listen to your stuff on CD, sohear it live.
More poppy.
More poppy, popular
Generally
sounding.
something
Popular.
sexy.
One of the themes that's the story set around is folk music. Yeah. So had you had any introduction to folk music before the screenplay?
Yeah, I've always loved it. My dad is a guitarist and sings, just sort of in his spare time. And my brother's a musician, Luke Ritchie, and he's great. He's released a folk album actually last year. And in fact, just after we filmed Jolene, we went on a tour together, and there were so many things that happened in the film, happened in real life, and terrifying. Because we started doing music together, not as a result of the film, just we'd been doing it for a while. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, actually, is a lot of stuff with him.
I watched this Laura Marling interview. There's quite a few, and I love Laura Marling. I think she's fantastic. But the one thing that was frustrating me about this generation is they have people like Mumford and Sons and Laura Marling and this really sort of folk music, which is great. But the personalities, I mean, I had Oasis, you know, I had rock and roll stars that were basically saying that anything's possible. You can go out there and achieve your dreams, you know, and it's a fantastic thing, and you should be really excited and just do it, you know. Whereas these guys are all like almost apologizing for being, you know, creating great work and for being quite sort of popular. And I was just like, well, that's not terribly inspiring, is it really? And it just made me laugh, because I was like, it's very British, very English to kind of be a bit kind of, you know, oh, yeah, I'm okay, yeah, it's not bad, yeah, sales are all right.
Sexy.
Do you want me to learn that dance?
Sexy.
Sexy. She does like sexy dances.
I can teach you some sexy dances if you want.
Mum, I don't want.
I'm 34 now, and it's just been a continuation since I was about 17 of making film after film after film, and of course, they get better and better, hopefully. They're short films with your mates, and then all of a sudden there's like, you know, actors from drama school, and the next thing is like actors that actually have careers, and so the level of performance just gets better and better. And I don't think anything I do particularly has changed too much, you know. I'm still all about having fun, and I love improvisation, I always have, and so obviously, you know, I've kind of become maybe more focused or something, and there's probably something to do with maturity there that has helped them get better, but I put it down to performances generally, that, you know, the level of performances in the films have got better and better, so it's been, so it just felt like a continuation. I didn't feel like it was my debut film or anything. I just felt, well, I'm making another film this year. You know, I've just made another one now. It's just something that I need to do every year, is to continue to make films, and this one seems to, you know, found some kind of appreciation from people that have seen it, so that's nice.
With comedy as well, because it is so reactive, isn't it, really? So it allows a beauty to happen in the moment, really, and the comedy to happen.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's instinctive, and you have a sort of like rhythm or feeling that you go in for. But I mean, the idea that it might have been funny was very touch and go. Like at the end of the 5 days, I did remember thinking, like, is there anything in there that anybody's going to want to watch of anything that I've said? Like, honestly, I was just like, is this just an indulgent 5 days? That we all have had a great time, and sometimes not a great time because there's so much to do. Are people just going to go, what is this? But then they did an amazing job. Jamie did a great job in the edit with all the others that worked on it, and yeah, and some great stuff came out, I think, that the others did, and I hope I did a good job. So yeah.
You're looking at it like, I've come on this trip just to get in your pants. I've come here to enjoy it, and both.
What's another time you say?